All right, everybody, thank you so much for being on time. It's 8 o'clock, and we're going to go ahead and get started right on time today. I know that there were some technical difficulties with our guest speaker on our very last webinar, so I apologize for that, but that kind of stuff does happen. In any case, just so you know, the live webinars are being conducted on the first and third Tuesday of every month. And these webinars are being recorded. And so long as the recording happens properly and it's a clear recording and it's going to be useful, we're going ahead and uploading these webinars onto mawc411.com. I've had a couple of people ask me when the uploads happen and wondering why it sometimes can take so long to upload. And I just want to let you know kind of what our strategic plan is for uploading them. Basically, the day of the live webinars are the days that we upload the previous webinars, just so we can help people to show up for the live ones. All right, so as these webinars are happening, you can go ahead and send questions at the end. I will take the time and answer all of the questions. Please make sure that your questions are that you're sending via the webinar box have to do with the content from tonight. If you have a personal question or something that you don't want me to answer on the air, what I recommend that you do to get your questions answered is go ahead and send me a direct email. My email is sararose@marketamerica.com. That's SARAHROSE at marketamerica.com. So I will take the time to answer every single question. I just want to let everybody know that if your question is personal in nature, or if you don't want me to read it on the air, that's fine. Just make sure you send it to me privately via email. Okay, so let's get started. Tonight's webinar is going to be all about our product. I want to tell you what our product can do, what sets us apart. Why are we so superior in the marketplace today? Because let's be honest, there's a lot of consumer confusion going on. There's a ton of options that small to medium-sized business owners have these days to have websites. And really, in 2013, our main roadblock is helping our prospects to understand the difference and to see the benefit of going with our solution over another solution, right? Would you agree that maybe a few years ago, we were still in the business of convincing people that they should have a website? And at this point, most people know that they should have a website if they don't have one already. And they're most of our customers are people that are switching because they want a better solution. So the goal of tonight is to give you some posture. It's to give you some confidence in what our product can do for your client. Because when you understand what our product can do for client, you're going to talk from a place of honesty. You're going to talk from a confident place, and you're going to be excited to recommend our solution. Our solution, the way that we share, the way that we talk about our product is really no different than any other product that we sell that's exclusive to Market America, right? Before I had firsthand experience with how great aloe was for my son's eczema, I didn't really pay any attention to the aloe product, and it's because I didn't have a story to share either firsthand, or I didn't know somebody that had a story firsthand. So aloe was kind of foreign to me, and so I didn't feel comfortable talking about it. Of course, I knew it was a great product, but if I didn't have anything to share about the great product, or if I didn't really feel confident in my own knowledge about the product, how was I going to sell that product, right? Fair enough. And so as soon as I had that really great experience where my son was having horrible eczema, to the point where he was on all kinds of steroids and nothing was working. And then literally after putting him, he was less than 2 years old. I think he was like a year and a half. We put him on 6 ounces a day of aloe, and within days it was totally gone. So it was so much easier for me to talk about the product to other people that I knew because, well, I knew that it worked. I still don't understand the science of aloe. I don't understand scientifically why it works, but I know that it can work because I've seen it work. So I share the story. And I just wanted to give you that analogy because I want you to understand that that is the point of tonight. The point of tonight is to give you that posture, to give you that story to share so that you've seen it, so you can see how awesome our solution is, so that when you do come across your prospects, you do know how to talk to them and you do feel confident in sharing what our product can do. All right, so I just want to be very clear about that. You don't need to be a technical person to be successful with the Web Center program. It's just about having confidence. It's about conversational marketing and belief in the product and sharing a really good referral. And one last thing I'm going to share before we get into it. Again, tonight's webinar is going to be all about our product, right? So we're not necessarily going to be talking about how to sell the product. It's a product overview. And so if you're looking for ways to learn how to sell the product overview will definitely help in your communication skills or the way that you communicate with your prospects. But just know that there are webinars on how to sell the product that are recorded and have been uploaded to maWC411.com. So when you're done listening to this one, if you're looking for more tips on how to sell or where to find prospects, that's where you can check that out. So let's get into it. Number one, we are a partnership. All right. As web center owners, as unfranchised owners, we're a partnership. It's Market America, maWebCenters, and you, right? Very simply put, the three of these entities working in synergy together, we're talking about a proven and duplicatable system that provides small business owners an effective internet presence. So let me say that again. Together, you, Market America, and maWebCenters are providing a small to medium-sized business an effective internet presence. We are not selling websites. We're selling an ultimate online marketing solution. We're selling the entire package, an effective internet presence. And it's very important that we understand that very, very core value of what our product and service can do. So also very simply put, what we do is we help small to medium-sized businesses like restaurants, like contractors, like lawyers, doctors, dentists, salons, all of the places that you do business with in your town. We help them to increase their revenues by leveraging the internet, by being visible online, by providing a way for their consumers to read and learn more about them or to shop online, right? We help them to decrease expenses because very often when you have a great website, it's not just about gaining new consumers. It's also about servicing your existing customers. And the internet is a very expensive way to do that. More than that, I would say, without a doubt, that online advertising is where it's at these days, right? It's the most effective, efficient, and the biggest return on investment that small to medium-sized business owners are seeing. So rather than dumping thousands and thousands of dollars into multiple streams of advertising pools like, print directories and radio and television, whatever, we're giving them a solution where if they can just have some focused efforts into their online internet presence, they can really decrease their expenses while increasing their revenues, right? It's an opportunity for small business owners to increase customer satisfaction. Websites are not just ways to get new customers, like we said. If you owned a roofing company, and your customers were looking for ways to browse different color and material options, and your website was able to do that for them, that is a more satisfied customer, somebody that doesn't have to wait for you to come out there and drop off a few pamphlets or flip through your big book that you have to take with you when you leave. Also, like downloading warranty paperwork, all kinds of stuff. Websites and customer satisfaction and customer retention is huge these days. And by the way, we're giving small to medium-sized business owners a way to level the playing field and to compete online and participate in the most popular and effective way to gain new business, which is online marketing. Think of the last time you were looking for a restaurant, or when you were traveling somewhere, or the last time you were looking for any product or service. Most likely, one of the very first places that you went to was a search engine. You went to Google, you went to Yahoo, you went to Ask.com, you went to Bing, you went to Shop.com, right? So we're giving business owners the opportunity to participate in that, right? And so what we do is we, as web center owners, we get to leverage a proven sales system to help small to medium-sized business owners to participate in all of these things. So it's really, really important to understand that as web center owners, we're very much B2B. We're business to business, right? A lot of times our clients, almost 100% of the time, our clients are business owners, right? The people that we're working with are business owners. So we're not talking about selling nail lacquer to just, your sister. We're talking about B2B. So it's really important that we keep it as professional as possible because it's B2B. And that's part of the reason why we have this partnership of Market America, maWebCenters, and you. Because remember, I'm about to go through all of the different things that our product is and can do for your clients. But remember that the sales system, the proven system that we plug into, includes teams of professionals to help handle your business clients. because they are business clients and they're expecting to be treated and handled in a very specific and professional way. Because again, we're B2B. So we have professional salespeople to sell the websites for you. That's why we focus so much on setting the appointment, because we want to make sure that your business clients and prospects are handled with care. We have professional designers. We have professional technical support and customer care personnel. We have teams of professionals in place to help you to actually leverage the Web Center program so that we can help small to medium sized businesses really compete in this economy today. And wouldn't you agree that that's really, really a great and awesome thing to be participating in? It's a great product and service to be in right now, highly in demand. Business owners are looking for better ways to earn income and to compete and stay in business and to grow in business today. So again, get in the habit of not just saying it's me. I don't go out and say that I sell websites or I can help you, with your internet presence. I say we because it's a partnership. It's you and maWebCenters. We've been in business for over 10 years. We have tens of thousands of clients that we're working with, right? We have hundreds of employees. We do business globally in 5 different countries, right? We are an established business. We are a local business backed by the big business. That's how I like to describe it. So personally for me, and I'm a more experienced web center owner. So I do take ownership of my web center business. And when people ask me, how are you related to maWebCenters? I don't get it. I thought you owned your own business. And I say something and I give them an analogy and I say, listen, let me just put it like this. If I owned a Volkswagen dealership and I sold Volkswagen cars because I love Volkswagen cars and that's a product I can get behind, it doesn't mean that I own Volkswagen, right? And it doesn't mean that Volkswagen owns me. It means that I own a private business that sells Volkswagen cars because I believe in that product. That's exactly what maWebCenters and that's how we're related. We're a partnership, we're a team. And so you really have the best of both worlds. You get to deal with a local business that's backed by the big business. So all sales start with posture and confidence and attitude. And again, I just want to just say this very clearly. This is why we're going to talk about the product today. It's not so you can memorize, technical details. It's so that you can have these things, so that when you do hear somebody talking about, how their social media campaigns are not working, you can make a recommendation, right? You'll have confidence, and you're going to say it you're going to say it very clearly, because you're going to know better. So as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. That's Bill Gates. That's what we do with our website solution. What we do is we take what's traditionally going on right now, where most website solutions, whether it's a discount hosting provider or whatever, they're in the business of making you need them. Right. So what they do is they make you have to call in every time you want to change, or have to call them every time you want to add a new feature, or pay for a new feature, or nail down a completely different solution if you need a new feature. They're in the business of owning your business, right? But what we do is we put the power of the website back into the business owner's hands, and we empower them and encourage them really to keep their website fresh and current at the speed of their business rather than at the speed of a website development company, right? And very simply put, we give them options. We give them everything that they need neatly packaged together, but we also give them options. Not everybody wants to manage their own website. That's okay. We have solutions for people that don't want to do the labor themselves, right? However, most business owners, need to be updating their website on a daily basis. If you own a restaurant and you're not updating your daily specials, you're losing out, right? Think about yourself as a consumer of websites, right? We browse websites every single day. Most of us do. Hopefully most of us do. And when we do that, if we go to a website that hasn't been updated in a while, or the content is totally irrelevant because it just literally it's so out of date, we don't go back to that website. And so what happens is that website might as well not be on at all, because they're losing traffic. They're losing their ongoing traffic, and really even losing their new traffic, because people know whether or not you're keeping your website up to date. And what's happening is most web developers or most solutions require you to go and pay somebody by the hour or by the edit to update content. And not only is that not cost effective, but more importantly, it is not time effective. And I'm going to show you specifically what I mean by that. But let me just show you first how we actually put the power back into the business owner's hands by simplifying and by giving them choices and everything they need to have an effective online presence. So number one, we give them unlimited pages, unlimited changes, unlimited traffic, unlimited email accounts, unlimited access to customer care. This is enormous. I'm gonna show you how this stacks up against the competition over the next 40 minutes or so. But just understand, these are not inexpensive things to get when you're looking at other companies. We just package it all in. Unlimited feature and version upgrades. This is a technology product, right? And technology changes all of the time. If you own an iPhone, you know that. If you own Microsoft, um, Office, you know that. If you own, QuickBooks, you know that. Every single time you need a new version of the program, the technology or the hardware, you have to pay for it, but not with us. Our clients are never out of date with the features and versions of their website software. Free mobile websites come with our solution. Sites are completely customizable. These are not templates. I want to talk to you what the difference between a template and a pre-designed layout is. A template cannot really be changed. So when you buy a template from GoDaddy, for example, and you want to change the way it's laid out, you can't. Whatever content you're uploading has to fit inside of a template that is given to you. With us, we give pre-designed layouts, but they're 100% completely customizable. We have social media experts, SEO experts, CRM and email marketing, statistics, and fully functional e-commerce. Changes are not dependent. We give you statistics so that people can see if the websites are performing well. The customer relationship management newsletter tool. There's so much stuff that's on here. I'm going to go through this more specifically. Let me show you, by the way, how easy it is for your client to manage their content. Up-to-date content is probably number one on most business owners' lists of how they would like their website to function, right? And so let me just put it like this. When people say, I don't have time to make my own changes, and I have had people say that to me, I say, listen, for you to email the content to your current web developer so that they'll make the change for you is the exact same process, basically, that it would take for you to update the content yourself. Now, the only difference is that you would do it yourself and the change would be free and the change would be immediate. Now, if you're going to go through that process anyway and email content to your web developer, why would you do that when it's just going to cost you money and time, right? Take a look at how easy it is to make a change. You simply highlight the area of text you want to edit. You can go ahead and add your text in, and then you use the formatting palette that pops up to go ahead and format the text. This is so similar to Microsoft Word or any other word processing tools that people are familiar with. Look, editing color, bolding, italicizing. It's so simple and save, and it's foolproof. If you don't want to save the change that you made, just don't save it, and it will revert back to the text the way it appeared before you made that change. Would you agree that this is a very simple way to update text? We have so many restaurants that are clients of ours because of this feature. And we actually just recently signed a new client that sells oil and gas, to residents, for energy purposes. And this was a key factor in their decision to go with us. The fact that they could change the price of their energy or their oil or their gas products on a day-to-day basis because their product changes. This has also been a very key deciding factor in clients of ours for restaurants and also for jewelry because the price of gold and silver changes so often. So this has been very, very crucial for us in prospecting those kinds of people. Now check out, when you want to add an image or a video, it's the exact same process. Basically, before, to get a video, to add an image or even a video, what you would do is you would click add to page, and then you could either choose from preloaded images or videos that have been added already to your library, or you could choose from images or videos that you have access to that are copywritten that we give you, like stock images, or you can upload a new one. So if you've ever uploaded an email attachment, it's literally the exact same process. You click upload image, you browse your computer, you select the image that you want, and it gets added to this library. So once it's been added to your image library, take a look at what you do. You click on the image, you drag it where you want it to go, and then you let go, and it's there. So it's really literally that simple. And I just want to put this into perspective for you guys. We have clients, especially right now, that are all contacting us because they want to add new commercials that they're running. A lot of them are contractors, but the most recent one is it was a bankruptcy attorney, and they're doing a whole new advertising campaign that's called Eric Saves Homes. And so he saves people's homes that are about to go into foreclosure, and he works with banks to help them. So he's running all these new commercials. Well, a few years ago, when he would run these commercials, he'd have to call his traditional web developer up, and that web developer would charge them a couple $100s to add the commercial to the website. And the reason is because it was an 18-step process. Now, when Eric called me last week and said, I'd like to add a commercial, how much is it going to cost? And I said, well, do you have it on your hard drive? And he said, yes. And I said, all you got to do is call in a tech support. It'll take you 5 minutes and you can add it yourself and it will be free. And he could not believe me. It was literally that simple. And the reason is all he had to do was browse his computer, upload the video, drag and drop it. It was literally that simple. The software does all of the converting for you, which is really, really nice. So he was so happy to hear that. And by the way, because of that, recommended a fellow attorney that specializes in real estate to us, which again, when people are happy with their product, they tell their friends about it. Business owners tend to know other business owners, right? Very valuable. Take a look at our e-commerce portion of the product. You guys, would we all agree that shop.com is an incredible shopping website, right? Shop.com is professional. People go to that website, and when they shop, they feel safe entering their credit card. If you've ever gone to a small to medium-sized businesses website that sells online and the shopping cart is a little bit shady and you don't really feel comfortable putting your credit card information on there, what do? You don't check out. And so we realized that not only is it important for the consumers of these websites to be able to feel comfortable shopping on the website, but also so that our clients can be positioned to actually have an effective e-commerce presence, right? So let me show you a little bit about how our e-commerce product, in my opinion, is worth at least $10,000. Again, I don't want to get into comparisons yet because I'm going to give it all away and I don't want to confuse you. But all of our clients, whether they choose to use their e-commerce feature right away or not, have this e-commerce feature built into their solution. And it comes with everything they could possibly need: a wish list, pan and zoom products, comparison for products, reorders. Let me just take you through this. Look at the shopper account. If I create an account on a shopper's on one of the maWebCenters clients' website, I get my own account to their website, which is very professional. So that when I want to go ahead and reorder products, all I've got to do is log back in, and I can see what I've ordered in the past, and I can either reorder or I can just see everything that I've bought. Right? I can compare products. Take a look at this. I'm comparing blue shirts. I must have, if I went onto somebody's website that's an maWebCenters clients and I wanted to see everything that was a blue shirt, what it would do is it would create this chart, and it would let me compare the difference in price, the difference in description and color and everything else. I can add these products to a wish list, which is really awesome. I do this all of the time with one of our clients' websites. It's a jewelry store, and I send my wish list to my husband, and sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. But wish lists are really, really great for shoppers. People love to do this. They love to share what they like with their parents, with their friends, with their families, or even just for themselves. So if they're not ready to buy something right away, they make a wish list so that they can go back and they don't have to find those products again. Right? And there's the sharing function. You can reorder products, like I said, because every client or every shopper of our websites can create accounts. They have the ability for easy reordering. This is especially very popular with people that have organizations, right? So, or if they have businesses that work with organizations. So, for example, a screen printer or a copy center that has people that order multiple copies or multiple shirts or whatever from somebody on an ongoing basis for a team or a church or whatever. This function has been very, very popular with that. We had one, I think it was the Girls Club. Reordering products. You can see how simple it is, right? When you're ordering products, by the way, it simply just takes you through a very, industry expected process. You just simply put in your billing information, your shipping method. You can have multiple shipping methods. You can ship half of your order somewhere and the other half to your house. You can choose a billing or a payment information, different kinds of payment options, right? And then you review your order and you place your order. The order has been received. This is a really, really fun and easy, clean way to go shopping, and shoppers enjoy it. Advanced product search. You can go ahead and search for an enhanced results. So this person is looking for V-neck shirts. So instead of going and choosing different products to compare, they simply typed in the word V-neck and everything that was a V-neck popped up. Now this e-commerce feature, you guys, is so big. And for anybody that's looking for a way to sell online, there's just so many ways that people can shop online. There's so many places to shop online. There's so many online retailers. And if you don't have a website that's up to standard for customers to go shopping at, you're not going to have an actual online business, right? Having a good e-commerce presence is very, very key. So that's part of the reason we put so much money into developing our e-commerce portion of the product, is so that our clients can have a state of the art e-commerce solution. And actually, more than that, you guys, most website solutions, the e-commerce section is a whole second thing. It's not even built into the website. Most people have to nail down e-commerce separately, and sort of tie it into their informational website as a secondary shopping experience. It's not easy to manage whatsoever. And also, most traditional web developers that build e-commerce, they not only charge you a lot more money to the tune of at least $10,000 upfront to do that, but they also insist on percentages of your sales. So, needless to say, our product is very professional. It's superior, in my opinion, because it's built right into the software that they're getting anyway, and it's included at no additional cost. You can't really compete with that. More than that, we provide unlimited and unprecedented live technical and remote support, meaning your customers can call in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and talk to specialists in editing their website or in any of the marketing tools that come with their website, which I'm going to briefly show you. But if your client has questions about social media, they can call in at 9 o'clock at night and someone will help them with that. If they have questions with managing their e-commerce, someone will help them with that. And by the way, we don't limit the amount of time that they can spend on these calls, which is also really huge. Most of the discount hosting providers like the GoDaddies, etc., when they say that they have 24/7 support available, it's a game of words. That just means that they have somebody that's outsourced in another country that will answer the phone. You, as a client, only get 30 minutes a month of access to them without being charged additional monies for that support. We don't play that game. We literally provide unlimited access to our customer care team 24/7. And more than that, it's home country support. So if you live in North America, you're getting North American support. If you have a website in Taiwan, we have people in Taiwan that can answer your questions, or in Hong Kong, or wherever, or in the UK, right? Home country support is incredibly important. Let me just give you one really quick experience. We had a client a few years ago, actually, that used to be a client of a Yellow Pages, and they got their website done through the Yellow Pages. And guess what happened? It was a contractor, an excavator, and they said to the design center of that particular company, which will remain nameless, I would like a bobcat on my homepage because we rent out bobcats. And they were like, okay, great. So he gets the design back, and it's actually a picture of a cat, like a feline, on this contractor's homepage, because, the language barrier. The person in India saw the name bobcat, and they said, okay, I'm going to put a cat on the homepage for, XYZ excavating company. And these are the kinds of things that happen. And there's nothing wrong with people in India. They're no better or no worse than we are. But when you're dealing with, people in the USA that are trying to communicate, in a professional and business level, you need to not have that language barrier going on. And that's why home country support is so important. It goes the same way either way. So, if we had If we were open in India, we wouldn't expect the people of India to work with the people in the United States of America to design their websites, because that wouldn't be fair to them, right? So home country unlimited support is very, very valuable and very appreciated nonetheless by our clients. We also have ultra secure hosting facilities um, that are natural disaster proof and 24/7 surveillance, and firewall protection and everything that they can need. All right, so let's talk about some recent enhancements that we've made to our product. We now have Blogger integration and WordPress integration, which means if your clients are blogging and if they're using WordPress for blogging, which is a great thing and use for WordPress, that's great. We now have an add a new blog page feature, which will automatically, all you do is you say add new blog page, and it asks you what the name of your blog is, the address to your blog. You put it in there, and your blog will auto feed content into your website, which is really, really great because it makes the search engine see that you're constantly updating content. And it gets rid of that extra step. So people that are blogging, and they really should be, or they should have employees blogging or somebody blogging at least on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and rather than having them blog on Blogger or WordPress and then copy and paste content into the website, it will auto feed, which is really nice. We have virtual products. By virtual products, I mean downloadable items such as PDF files, books, like on, virtual books or music or anything that, is not a physical product, a downloadable item. Order exporting, SEO packages, custom programming, social media, website search, custom forms. The new custom form builders are so awesome. Mobile websites, website search widgets, right? Take a look at our SEO packages. I want to just very quickly breeze through these, but again, just understand this. There's nothing that other people sell that we just don't have or that we're not going to have. Okay? So our SEO product that our clients get for free is very, very effective. Your clients have the ability to submit their website to all major search engines. We have a tool that makes it quick and easy. They also can upload keywords for all of their pages, and this way they can organically build up their website on the search engines. And one last thing I will say to you is that the free SEO tools that come with our websites are so effective that out of over 200 website clients, I can count on one hand how many people have purchased an SEO product. And that literally is because the free tools work so well. Now, with that said, the SEO products cost extra money because they come with additional labor. So SEO standard, initial and ongoing monthly 30-minute consult with the SEO expert, competition analysis reports, business information listed on all major search engines, keyword research is done, the creation of title tags, description tags, keyword tags, alt tags, and comment tags are completed, and initial search engine submissions up to 150 search engines are done. So this is all done by our team of professionals, meaning your client doesn't have to do anything. And to buy an SEO standard package, they pay a $199 setup fee and a monthly subscription fee of an additional $49 per month. To put this into perspective for you, that Yellow Page company that I gave you the example of the Bobcat, their company charges a minimum of $400 per month for less than this. Okay, $400 or $49. All right, and then there's SEO Gold and SEO Premier, which also includes additional things like partner store listings, more optimization, social media setup, Twitter, things like that, blog posting, all of that kinds of stuff. All right, custom programming. We can custom program anything. So if your client says to you, I don't know if I'm going to fit into your one size fits all package, you can say that's fine. Let's get on the appointment. Let me show you a little bit about what we can do. Let's learn a little bit more about what you're looking for. And if you feel like our solution can't meet your needs, we have custom programming available. We could talk about that if that is the case. And again, this is a really, really great defensive move. The point of having custom programming is so that we don't have to turn customers away, right? We don't have to say to a client, I'm sorry, your needs are too big for our demands. Let's take a look at what you're looking for. We'll give you a quote. It's called an RFP, request for proposal, and we'll see if you wanna move forward. Now, what I can tell you is almost 99% of the clients that I've ever dealt with, they obviously fit into what we're providing, because what we're providing is so huge. It's so all inclusive, and it really does meet the needs of any, professional business online. But if you do happen to find someone that needs something else, we have that. Free mobile websites. All of your clients have the ability to log into their account and click mobilize my website for free. Now it's smart. It's a smart mobile website, meaning if an iPhone or an Android or a BlackBerry or a tablet device comes to this client's website and it's mobilized, it says, "Would you like to view the mobile version?" Or it'll go right to the mobile version, and it'll give the option to view the full version if you'd like. But it's mobilized for optimized viewing, right? Another thing that it will do is it will prompt the viewer to save it to their home screen. So it'll say, "Would you like to save an icon to XYZ restaurant to your iPhone home screen?" Which is really, really nice. We've had questions about app development in the past, and it's something that we're actually really looking into. However, what we found in surveying our clients is that most people that think they need an app really just need a really great mobile website. Apps are complicated, and generally they perform certain tasks that like that are not really business advertising or marketing related, right? They're more game, or it's a product in itself. So we're looking into selling that, but just so you know, almost everybody said, "Actually, no, I guess what I was really asking for is a mobile website." Oh, one last thing about mobile websites. I called around and literally could not find a quote less than $800 from local web developers to get a mobile website. Ours are free. So we have the best of both worlds. Not only do we have the amazing technology for the web center and our solution and the ability for people to gain control over their websites, but we also have a full graphic design team, and they're professional designers. And these are people that you can engage to professionally design the websites for your clients at an additional cost. The costs are very reasonable. They're anywhere from $349 to, I believe, $849, depending on what the needs of the client are. But they do incredibly beautiful work. So I want to show you a little bit of what our designs look like. These are beautiful, beautiful designs. This is actually a sample of one of the very first designs that our design center rolled out several years ago. I want to say at least 6 years ago. Yep, it was at least 6 years ago. And I just want to show you this because would you not agree that this is still a very beautiful website 6 years ago? Again, look at the level of customization. This isn't just a, one size fits all thing. There's, obviously custom graphic design going on here. Really, really cool, specialized designs going on for their business. Clear, neat, and organized. This is an organization company, which, right? Custom cabinet and furniture. This is all about the visual appeal, right? Natural Passion Aloe Vera. This pharmaceutical company. Every single design is custom designed to fit the needs of that and to reflect and represent the business that you're seeing. And you can see that this is not a one size fits all solution. What about social media? 97% of consumers are using social engines to shop locally. Let me say that again. 97% of consumers use search engines to shop locally. So if you're not on social media, you're missing out on a whole lot of business, right? E-marketers are forecasting that the total on retail sales will reach nearly $224 billion by the end of 2014. Facebook. Who do you know that is not on Facebook? My grandmother is on Facebook, right? Twitter, 200 million users, very viral and awesome social media platform. Groupon, 95% of businesses want to be featured again because of their initial success, right? So what we do is we're focused on that. We see that trend is moving forward and that our clients need to be leveraging social media because social media is the new word of mouth advertising. So what we do is we leverage the power of social media so that we can tap into the pulse of what's driving the internet today for your clients. Take a look at that. All maWebCenters personnel have been trained on how to leverage the myriad of social media and local search outlets to deliver results for small business owners. So not only will we help your clients to maintain their website and use our tools, but if your client called in and said, "Listen, I'm seeing that we need to be on Facebook. Can you give me some guidance? The product specialist will guide them to how to get their Facebook set up, and then they're going to guide them on how to integrate their Facebook with their website, so that your website is gaining new fans on Facebook, for example, and so that your Facebook account is actually sending people to the website, because we see the value of that, and we're in the business of long-term relationships. So we want your client to be successful online. And because we want them to be successful online, we know that we have to support them in their social media endeavors. Does that make sense? So by the way, your product specialist will talk to your prospects about the need to engage them. When they buy a website, they're given this PDF that kind of gives them a very brief overview of the ones that we recommend that they take advantage of right away. And the ones that we recommend are Facebook, Twitter, and blogs. And at the end, we say, so if any of these social media platforms seem like something you'd like to take advantage of, please give us a call, and press 1 for English and 4 for tech support, and then 6 to be connected with a social media expert, and we'll walk you through how to go ahead and take care of that. One last thing about social media. Our CRM system has been enhanced to support a log of when social media outlet registration has been completed. So basically, in a nutshell, what that means is if one of your clients, starts a Twitter account or a Facebook account or a blog, you get notified. And that allows you as a web center owner to engage your client and to stay in touch with them and continue to build rapport, become a fan of them on social media, right? That's really, really huge. More than that, I talked about the unlimited support that we have. We have it in multiple languages. We have spoken language support in Spanish, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese. We also have front and back end support in all of these different languages. So we have people that speak this language that can help, that can design, that can do sales appointments, that can do technical support, that can do customer care, everything in English, Spanish, traditional, and simplified Chinese, as well as back end support in Mandarin, Cantonese, Spanish, and English as well. As a US distributor or as a North American distributor, you are able to sell websites in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Now, I know that with the new EMP program and with new globalshop.com, a lot of this is changing. But what you need to know is, for right now, what's important is, as a North American distributor that is not global in another country, these are the countries that you can sell a website to. So if you have a website prospect in Uganda, you may not sell a website in Uganda as of right yet. Same thing is true for the UK. In order to sell a website in the UK, you have to be global there. Now, if you have questions about global stuff, or if you have clients in there, go ahead and send me an email, but I don't want to waste too much time on that on this call. So, would you agree that we have an enormous solution? Our solution is so all inclusive. There's hardly anything that a business owner could need that we don't have. But more than that, we keep it so simple. All of those different kinds of things that I was just talking about: email marketing campaigns, blogging, e-commerce, social media, editing, SEO, statistics, all of these things, your client is able to access with one username and password. They log into their backend administration and they can do all of those different things that we just talked about. So that's why I want to give you a very basic, benefit of comparison, right? Not all solutions are created equal. So what I want to do for the next 15 to 20 minutes is just talk to you a little bit about how do we stack up against traditional web developers, the do-it-yourself companies, the publishing companies, the discount hosting companies, and then how our solution just trumps everything that's out there. Because I'm telling you, I get emails almost on a weekly basis saying, but what about GoDaddy? But what about WordPress? But what about a traditional person? What about Yellowbook? What about Yellow Pages? What about all these things? Well, what about them? I'm going to show you all about them. When you're comparing apples to apples, when you stack up what we give our clients and what they give their clients, there is no comparison. We outprice them and we outvalue them every single time. So I want to go ahead and do that. Now, just so you know, you guys, I did a webinar on comparing apples to apples, I think in week 8, which is uploaded, and it will go into a little bit more detail than what I'm going to go into tonight. So what I want to do tonight is give you a very brief overview of how we compare. I wanted to put more of the focus on what we give. All right, so if you're looking for even more information about how we compare, you can go ahead and go to mawc411.com, click on training and support, Scroll down to webinars, and I believe it was the 8th week. It's called Comparing Apples to Apples, or it might have been the 10th. And you can even download the PowerPoint. All right. So again, we're talking about comparing apples to apples. This is what the maWebCenter solutions offers. No matter what you sell the website for, what your client buys it for, we offer web design and development, content management system, that's editing, social media, e-commerce, customer relationship management, which what this basically means, you guys, is that your clients have the ability to keep profiles on all of their customers, and they can keep timestamp notes on all of their customers. We offer email marketing, SEO, which is search engine optimization, mobile websites, email, hosting, upgrades, security, statistics and analytics, and support. So let's take a look at what other options your business owner has. Now remember, I truly believe there's a ton of consumer confusion going on right now. Like I said, our job is more mainly about helping clients understand why to go with us than other companies. So this is what's out there. Traditional web development companies. The pros of them are generally, you're not going to find a traditional web development company that doesn't do beautiful work. They very often do very, very beautiful work, and they have really nicely designed websites, nice graphics, and they're generally professionally done. That's a very, very positive aspect of a traditional web development company. Also, for the business owner, there's really nothing to learn. There's no software to kind of get accustomed to, or HTML or programmer, or etc. And generally, the website is maintained by the development company. Now, some companies would view that as a plus. I think most companies would view this aspect as a minus. Cons: very cost prohibitive. Design costs are anywhere between $3,000 and $25,000. Would you agree that most small to medium sized businesses in your town don't have a $3,000 to $25,000 range of an advertising budget for their new website, right? It's very cost prohibitive. The hosting, it's an additional cost for hosting, and they generally need to be secured separately by the small to medium sized business owner. What that means is that even when they spend this $3,000 to $25,000 for a new website, it's up to the SMB to find a place to host the website that has been developed for them. Now, that's not always true. This is just generally true. All right. Changes and additional features cost extra money, meaning every time the small business owner needs a change, it's $50 to $200 an hour, and they are at the mercy of the schedule and the queue of the traditional development company. The website is under construction while being developed and while changes are being made. That is never true for our clients. Website changes are dependent on the development company's time schedule and queue. This, in my opinion, is one of the most expensive and biggest pitfalls of going with a traditional development company, is having to be at the mercy of somebody else's schedule, especially when you're talking about time-sensitive updates. So when you look at what a traditional development company actually costs a small to medium-sized business, now I just want to let you guys know that these numbers are based on averages of traditional companies that I literally called around and got quotes from. So these are not pie in the sky numbers. These are actual averages, okay? So what I did is I called around, and the cheapest, actually this is the median, excuse me, that we could find was $3,000 for a static 5-page website. What I mean by static 5-page website, I mean no interactivity, no video, no movement, just literally static content like text and pictures on a website, $3,000. Hosting an email, about $120 per year. Email marketing was anywhere between $15 and $75 extra per month. Most people went with a $30 a month option. All right. Register and promote Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, blogs, etc. If you wanted to be doing social media, you were going to be paying for that separately, right? Mobile websites, like I said, the cheapest option I could find was $800. E-commerce. If you wanted to add e-commerce onto your 5-page static website, the cheapest we could find was $1,000 extra for a fee to set up the first 50 products, and that was going to be on a separate account, a separate shopping cart technology that would just kind of be integrated into the website package. Updates to the website were anywhere between $50 to $200 an hour. So figure if your client wanted to make one change per month, just one simple change per month, per minimum, they're looking at, if they were a cheap company, $600 extra per year just to update text and content. Statistics: you had to install Google Analytics on your own. SEO, would have to be able to submit to all major search engines on your own or a paid AdWord campaign. The cheapest we could find was $200 per month. CRM was $44 per month per user via Microsoft Dynamic. Security was questionable on local hosts at best, and it was subject to downloads. Meaning, if you wanted to have a secure website with a traditional website company, you had to download updates to keep the security up to date. With our system, every time your client logs into their account, it's up to date. There's no downloading required, and support was absolutely 100% not included. So what that came down to in the first year, the actual cost going with a traditional company was about $3,000 to develop the website, $1,000 extra for e-commerce startup, and $800 for a mobile website. The mobile website was very key in the success of websites these days, so we included that. On a yearly basis, you're looking at $120 for hosting an email, $360 a year for email marketing, $600 a year. Again, that was one change per month. $528 per year for CRM, and about $1,200 minimum for search engine optimization. So without e-commerce in the first year, plus time for anything else and securing other solutions, a business owner was looking at about $6,600 to get started, and at least $7,600 for e-commerce. And then from that point on, you're looking at $2,800 per year every single year after that. So when people say to me, but the $50 a month seems like a lot for maWebCenters product hosting. Well, yeah, if all we were selling is hosting, it would be a lot. But $600 to operate your entire online solution a year is nothing. It's peanuts. We provide unlimited hosting and email. We provide email marketing. We provide unlimited free changes to the site. We have our CRM tool. We have SEO tools. We have mobile websites, and we do all of that for only $600 a year. So you see the $600 a year that our clients pay is literally, it's a drop in the hat compared to what they're being charged if they go through a traditional company. Well, what about doing it yourself? Well, most people that do their own website do it using Dreamweaver or HTML, etc. Right? So the pro of that is the business owner controls their website, right? Having control over your website is very important for having relevant and up-to-date content. And there's possibly some initial cost savings, but I don't really believe that there are any at all when you see what they actually cost. The cons: you need to know and have some knowledge, or at least know how to work these software programs, or learn HTML or whatever. The professional look and feel is extremely questionable. Dreamweaver, you guys, is no easy program to learn. Most professional traditional developers went to college and they learned the Adobe Creative Suite, like Photoshop and Dreamweaver, the way that doctors learn from pharmaceutical reps, right? They push that Adobe Creative Suite on developers like crazy. So most people invest 4 years of education to learn how to work these programs. So if you don't have that kind of educational foundation on these programs, likely your professional look and feel is going to be pretty questionable on your website. In addition, you still have to locate, evaluate, and pay for hosting and all of the other things that you need on your own. It's extremely time consuming. There's absolutely no support for anything that you don't know how to accomplish. Meaning, if you need help developing your website on Dreamweaver, there's no phone number to call. They tell you to take a college class, literally. So take a look. To buy Creative Suite, you're looking at anywhere between $12.99 for a standard or $18.99 for the web version, to be able to have a website. So most people are looking at a $1,900 investment for the software alone. So would you agree that, again, our websites are very strategically priced, and we're giving people a solution, a software to build their website in a way that they actually can, versus this this pricey software that they probably don't know how to use, right? And the options for them to learn how to use that Creative Suite are: number one, they can sift through forums and read through online communities and try to learn how to use it on their own. Well, we all know how that goes. The second choice is they can take a college class. They can pay for a class and they can invest some time to learn how to use Creative Suite. Take a look at what Holyoke Community College is charging. Tuition for a class is $141 per credit. Most credits are 3 credit classes. If you live in New England, it goes up to $153. If you are not a resident, it's $347. Most people are going to fall into this category. Plus, they have all of these other fees. So your total investment is $1,900 for the software, then $518 at least for the class to learn how to use it, and 30 hours of your time. Doesn't really seem cost effective anymore, does it? Right? The other option is a lot of the colleges will offer these kind of like Cliff Note versions of how to use these programs. So to learn intermediate Adobe Photoshop, it meets for 3 sessions for 2 hours at a time, and the price is $139. Right? Or if you want to learn build a small business website using Dreamweaver, you can meet for 4 sessions for 3 hours or 12 hours of your time for $200. Right? And then after you've done that, you can learn how to actually use the Dreamweaver product, which is another 4 sessions, another 3 hours per session, and $239. So again, your total investment, $577 and 30 hours of your time. So do it yourself actual cost. The web design creative suite was $12.99 for the lowest cost, but you saw that if you want the web version, you're actually looking at more like $1,900. Again, you're hosting an email going through, a hosting company like GoDaddy, etc. You're looking at $120 a year. Email marketing, $15 to $75 per month. Social media, again, paid support only. Mobile websites, again, $800. And then you have to add the added cost of a course to learn the product. So you're looking at least $518 plus 30 hours of your time. And again, we took the lowest cost out of all of the classes we looked at, right? Do it yourself, actual costs, e-commerce, also secured separately. Statistics, you must again separately find and install Google Analytics. SEO, separate, minimum of $200 a month. CRM, again, $44 per user per month. Security is questionable, and security support is absolutely not included. So when you look at what it actually costs to do it yourself, you're looking at $4,825 in your first year, plus an unreasonable amount of your own personal time. Anybody that owns a small to medium sized business knows that there is not that time available to learn how to do all of these things and take a random class on web development, right? And then from there on, once you finally got your website up and running and the questionable look and feel is ready to go, you now are looking at an additional $2,208 per year every single year after that, just to host your website and have the basic tools that you need to have an effective online website. So this is the biggest these are the biggest roadblocks I think that web center owners run into. Is what about GoDaddy, one-in-one websites, WordPress, webs.com, those companies. Those are discount hosting providers. And before I talk to you about what they provide or what they don't provide, what I want you to think about is take a second and think about in your head, where did you hear about GoDaddy? Where did you hear about webs.com, the free website? Right? You likely heard about it on a TV ad or at the Super Bowl commercial, or you saw a NASCAR ad, or Danica was, racing her NASCAR with the GoDaddy logo on it. And all of those kinds of advertising, specifically Super Bowl advertising or television national campaigns, or celebrity advertising, which is where you're hearing about all of these quote unquote free websites, are extremely expensive sources of advertising. So, what I want you to understand is that these discount hosting providers are not paying for their extremely expensive national campaign advertising with their free websites, right? And they're certainly not doing a PSA, a public service announcement for all small to medium sized businesses to take a look at their free websites, right? That's not what they're about. When they're doing those free websites or cheap hosting options, what they're doing is it's an advertising, it's a trick. It's a way to get your attention so that you get your foot in the door, so that they can nickel and dime you and actually charge you for a ton of extra stuff, right? So if you have a blog or if you have a hobby and your hobby is basket weaving, totally go with a GoDaddy website. You don't need a business class solution. But if you're looking for a business class solution for a website, you're going to find that our solution trumps these solutions any day of the week, because not only are we a more professional and easy to manage solution, but we're way, way, way less expensive. So let me show you a little bit about that. All right. So again, GoDaddy is advertising that you can get a website for as little as $8 a month or whatever. Again, think about where you heard it. Here's what they recommend that a small to medium-sized business owner have for their website: search engines, email, social media, pay-per-click, advertising. This is SEO, online website stores, a web-based email, fax through email, storage. This is like a file cabinet, which again we have for free, online calendars, and this is all security kind of stuff, right? This is what they recommend that you have. Now, they don't give this to you for that $8 a month. Here's what it actually costs. So when your business owner checks out of GoDaddy, they say, "Oh yeah, I do need that. Oh yeah, I do need that. Oh yeah, I actually need that too. Oh my gosh, an online website store. I definitely need that. Online web storage. I need that too. A calendar is $24.99 per month. Oh my goodness." And then security costs all of these extra things. So what really happens is your client thinks they're getting that they can just go to GoDaddy and get a cheap website, but when they finally have even half of the things that they need, they're spending more like $80 a month, right? And again, because it all comes down to this: we're funding online ads, we're funding radio ads, TV ads, NASCAR, billboards, celebrity endorsements. This is what GoDaddy actually costs. One-on-one hosting, one-on-one hosting. Again, their monthlies go anywhere from quote unquote $4.99 to $6.99 to $9.99. But when you start adding in e-commerce or a professional shop or anything else, you're adding $11.99, then $29.99, then up to $49.99 on top of that. So again, this is a little bit more in alignment with what we charge, but you're still looking at $60 or more a month. And by the way, take a look at One-in-One Design Center. This is an ad from their website. Take a look at how beautiful our custom designs are. If you look at these, the maWebCenters pre-done layouts are more detailed and beautiful than their custom designs that they're charging money for. And I showed you what the quality of our design center is earlier in the webinar tonight, and there really is nothing to compare it to, right? What about WordPress? Well, WordPress is a blogging website. WordPress is an excellent blogging website. And so if you want to have a blog, you should totally go through WordPress. But what you need to know about WordPress is this: it's a system that's built by individual programmers. It's kind of like an app store. So when you download an app from iTunes, and if you have a problem with an app, or if that app goes away, you can't call iTunes up or Apple up and say, "Hey, this app went away, but I was using it." There's nothing Apple can do about that, right? Because Apple doesn't own that app. The programmer, the developer of that app owns that app. Well, when you're building your website with WordPress and all of the tools that you're using are built by individual people, you're basically putting your business at the mercy of all kinds of individual programmers and developers, and just hoping that A, that tool is still there next year, and B, that they're updating it and that it doesn't crash, and that that it's safe. So when I look at this, I kind of go, okay, well, as a business class solution, I'm not really sure that WordPress is the way to go. So let's look at what it actually costs. Discount hosting providers. You're looking at about $500 for a basic design to get started. Pretty inexpensive. Again, if you want to mobilize that website, the cheapest we could find is $800. And yearly, you're looking at $360 for email marketing, $983 for business and marketing via GoDaddy, $547 for productivity via GoDaddy, and $419 website management and security. And by the way, I didn't even include their little $8 per month hosting. So what you're really looking at is $3,600 in the first year and $2,300 per year every year after that. So again, when you compare a business class solution up against a GoDaddy $8, hobby type of website, there is no comparison. Not only are we outpricing them, but we are absolutely outvaluing them any day of the week. And finally, what about yellow page companies, right? There's a lot of companies that are, that are trying to evolve, so that they don't become extinct, because people don't really, some people still use their yellow pages. I personally use my yellow book for things like campfires these days and Kindle. But there are people that still use their yellow pages, but the value of that is going down because most people are going to search engines first. They're not going home and picking up their big, clunky yellow book to look up, a product or a service. right? So, they're trying to offer websites. Well, what you should know about them is that when you buy a website from a yellow page company, there's a lot of things that kind of work against you. Like, number one, you can't update your own content. You have to go through their outsourced designers. Two, their free websites are actually tied to an obligated SEO package. These packages are usually a minimum of at least $300 per month. That means that once you stop paying $300 per month, which is their cheapest package that we could find, for clicks for people to find your website, you no longer have your website, your free website. So they're not really free websites because nothing in life is really free. It's just, again, it's a hook. It's an advertising thing so that people will go, I want a free website. Oh, I get a free website if I do this $300 per month, advertising plan with you. I'll do it, right? If you stop your advertising, the second you do that, your website is gone. That language barrier problem, I told you about the Bobcat. Everything that you need is a la carte, and it increases your monthly billing. So one of our yellow page companies out here that gives their websites out, if you want to add a page to your website, it adds $25 per month. So you're basically part of their residual plan. So when you look at what the publishing companies actually cost, a free template is free, but you're getting, you're still going to pay $800 a month for a mobile website, but you're looking at $120 in hosting and email, $360 for email marketing, $300 per page per year, and $528 for CRM. And here's the big kicker: $3,600 a year minimum for their SEO product to keep your quote unquote free website. So, what you're really looking at, I think this is probably one of the most expensive ways to go about getting a website for your business, is $5,300 in your first year plus time, and $4,900 per year after that. So, when you compare what everything really comes down to, would you agree that most websites that we sell are about 50, the average website is for $14.99? All right. And so that's what the average web center owner is selling a website for, and $600 per year to maintain, and they get everything, right? The discount hosting providers are $3,600. That's the next cheapest. Publishing companies, $5,300. Do it yourself like Dreamweaver, $4,800. Traditional, $7,600 in the first year. We completely, like, by half the cheapest other solutions that are out there. And then when you compare the yearlies, there is no comparison. You're looking at $2,800, $2,200, $4,900, $2,300, or $600. So when you understand how we stack up against these other companies, when you get the, objection of, well, what is that $50 a month? I can get it so much cheaper. You'll know in the future to say, no, you can't. We're giving you everything that you could possibly need for very, very bare bones cost. And that price will never change. And we simplify and we support you 100% in all areas of your online, your internet presence endeavors. Any tool that comes with our websites, we support you with for free. It is not, there is no comparison. The ultimate solution is absolutely maWebCenters. So what we are is we're a breed of the pros, and we eliminate the cons of all of the solutions that are out there. We provide unlimited support. We're a low cost solution, but we're not a cheap solution. Low cost and cheap are two totally separate things. We still allow the small to medium sized business owner to maintain control of their website and their content. And we still provide a professional looking website. So there's nothing to be sacrificed, right? We're the ultimate online solution. There's no need for programming skills. It's all point and click technology. You saw how easy it was to maintain content and add pictures and to format text, right? They maintain control. They're able to make changes instantly and as often as they like at no additional cost. The website is never under construction. There's unlimited access to our customer care team at no additional cost. Upgrades to the new versions of our solution, free. No bandwidth restrictions. So no matter how much content you have on your website, it's still going to load super fast. It's extremely cost effective. Cost per year is less than a single newspaper ad for 1 week. Let me say that again. The cost for a year to maintain a website through maWebCenters is less than a single newspaper ad, right? Professional design options, which allow the business owner to have a cutting edge look to their business using our design center. Front and back end support available in multiple language, from traditional to simplified Chinese, Spanish, and English. Customer support, design center, and sales support is available in multiple languages as well, in spoken languages like Mandarin, Cantonese, Spanish, and English. Right, you guys? Would you guys not agree? We have the cookie here. We have what business owners need. And let me tell you guys, in this economy, they need what we have. They're looking for what we have. They're craving simplicity in the biggest way, because at this point in the game, there's so many places that they need to be present to be having an effective online internet presence. They need to be on social media. They need to be engaging their customers with email marketing, right? They need to have a mobile website so that the people that are accessing their website via their phones or their tablets can actually have a pleasurable experience, right? They need to have all of the solutions that we're offering. And what's really, really nice is not only do we give it to them, but again, we give it to them in a simplified way so that they don't have to have their online marketing strategy, take up and take over all of their time. And more than that, we support them on all of these tools that we're giving them. So I hope this has been helpful for you to understand what we actually are selling, or what your clients are actually getting. What I can tell you is this: our clients, they're month-to-month clients. They don't sign yearly contracts with us, but yet I can count on one hand how many website clients have canceled their website with us over 6 years. And the reason is because the product works and the support is there. If the product wasn't evolving, then our clients would look elsewhere. If the clients were not supported, our clients would look elsewhere. But they have everything that they need, and we really do give it to them. In the most professional and simplified way possible. So the last thing I want to leave you with is this. I went through all of what our product can do, and you don't have to be an expert in what we do. The point of this was to give you posture, to have confidence in our product and how we might be able to help somebody have a better online internet presence. It's really super important that we remember that we're B2B, that we're business to business, and when we're first getting started with the Web Center program, that we keep our focus on selling the appointment, and edifying the product specialists so that we get our business owners, our prospects on the phone with our professional salespeople so that they can ask the right questions, so that they can make sure that they have the answers to your clients' questions, and that they can engage them in a professional manner and sell the website for you. That's all you have to be focused on, is selling that website appointment. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the third Tuesday, and I'm going to hang on the line and answer